Jaywalking. Horses. Table. Cheese sneeze.
Can you say episode 4? 4! And I am excited to say that we are recording this episode after we release the first episode. So we have a little room to add some shit to the show, which I'm excited to get to today because there's some really funny stuff that you guys have sent our way that we're gonna cover in today's episode.
I feel like we're basically talking for a month from now,
right?
Which is nuts.
Exactly.
Oh, I don't know where I'm going to be in a month from now.
So we got gifted a sliver of a handful of hours to add additional content to this show before we were 100% a month out from the time that we recorded the first episode. So, first episode came out today. This is episode 4, and we're tying in some of your stuff. And the first whatever amount of emails we've gotten are so funny that they're changing the game, and I can't not wait to get into them today.
They couldn't wait to get us those emails either. They're so eager.
They're sitting on them.
They're like waiting for it. I cannot wait.
And speaking of that, if you want to send in any content suggestions, just dumb stuff you've done or arguments that you've had in your life for petty beef, you can send that in to heyguys@canyoudon'tpodcast.com. And before we get into the show, we do have a couple quick announcements, one of which of requests from people that have written in or contacted us on our social media accounts asking where they could send in some fan mail. So guess what? We got a fucking P.O. box,
Hell
Brian.
Yeah.
We got a fucking P.O. box!
There's somebody that they can send. They can send us. Can they send us booze?
Yeah.
Is that legal?
No. Logan's laughing out there. We've gotten plenty of booze sent to us in the past.
Okay.
So I think you're not supposed to do it, but you can do it.
Yeah, wink, wink.
Wink,
don't
wink.
do it. Don't send us. Hey, local breweries from across the country, don't send us anything.
Right. We would hate that.
Oh.
It's going to be in the episode description, but just to tell you right now, it's Can You Don't, P.O. Box 1062, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho 83816.
I feel like listen to PBS or something.
From viewers like you.
From viewers like you.
Thank you.
Send in your booze from viewers like you.
Viewers like you. What are you drinking? Natty Ice?
Oh, yeah.
Us too.
Milwaukee's best ice.
I know. We were just talking about Milwaukee's Beast.
Oh, okay.
As we used to call it back in the day. I haven't seen that shit in so long.
That was our camping beer. We used to just get thrashed. We'd get like 30 bombs.
Rainier.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that shit?
I still crush Rainiers.
There was in Montana, I remember there's like Smitty's.
Oh, yeah. That's still around.
Is it?
Yeah.
With the deer and the whole hunting can?
I think it is.
Oh, good for them.
Yeah. Still kicking.
Don't send that in. Because I don't know.
We only want the high quality stuff.
Right.
We can get the shit.
And just so you know, above Smitty's is Keystone.
Oh, yeah.
So that's like where they land on the scale of. So that's why
Keystone Tall Boys.
I don't want you to send us Schmitty's.
Yeah,
because it's below all that.
Yeah,
we got plenty of merch available. Head over to canyoudon'tpodcast.com and pick that up. Logan doing a great job, and of course we'll be adding new things, some ringtones, stuff like that as we move forward. But here is the biggest news of the opening of the show: is that we will be launching a Patreon as we head into the month of July. Fucking goddamn right!
I'm so excited for that.
There's going to be 3 different tiers. There'll be Silly Goose, Super Silly Goose, and then Super Duper Silly Goose. And each one of those has their own perks. But the perks across the board are going to be early access to every episode. You'll get ad-free versions. And then if you skip to the next level, you'll get exclusive merch. There's going to be, obviously the ability to directly message you and I. But that next step above Silly Goose, you get a 20% discount code on all that merch that we're talking about. Oof. And as I have written in here on Patreon, you have a bigger and tighter genitalia, which I think is pretty cool. And then the big step up, if you donate and you are a super duper Silly Goose, you get your name on the motherfucking website.
Hell yeah!
And we'll post it up there along with everything else. And then, of course, in contrast to what the Super Silly Goose gets, the Super Duper Silly Goose gets the biggest and tightest genitalia.
Yes.
So if you're in the other category, you get a bigger and tighter one, but just know that everybody above you with the Super Duper, it's bigger and tighter.
They're all going to be walking around in the gaggle, just swinging around. Oh, wait.
They'll be walking around as geese, just going...
like a horse cock
airplane noise?
A goose with a horse.
Like, I don't think that's what geese sound like, Brian.
Well, with genitalia that large,
You don't
who
know.
knows what the fuck they sound like.
You don't know how that affects wind.
Yeah. The wind resistance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't know how
you're
that-
just dragging it through the water. It comes down to the land and you're dragging their dick through the pond.
You know those, what are they called? Foils? Hydrofoils?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're a hydrofoil goose. If you have a dick that big, you can just ride above the water.
Well, it would look like a hydroplane, the boat,
Sure.
the big rooster tail.
Right.
You're shooting a rooster tail because your cock's hanging in the water.
That is the best goose. You kidding me? And then today we're doing our first ever What the Fuck Just Happened? So we're excited. We're going to show you what that's all about. We'll explain it a little bit more when we get there. But we are pumped
Breaking
to
new
show
ground.
you this new segment that we have here for you on episode 4 of Can You Don't. Are you ready to get going?
Hey, before we go,
Okay.
Just going back to the Patreon as a silly goose, we have a special handshake that I'm really trying to get Joe to adopt.
Okay.
And this is the silly goose handshake.
There you
It's
go.
just it's very awkward, but I think it's hilarious.
If you're just listening, it's flat palm,
Yeah.
no grips, and you just rub your hands together.
yeah, it's you don't squeeze the hands at all. You just rub
It's
them flat
Two
and
stilts
next to each other. Yeah.
two stilts touching each other.
And I want to see some people out and about when they greet someone doing that. And if you do, we'll know you're a silly goose
It's
and
gonna-
you're part of the gaggle.
It's going to stand out.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? You look over. That'd be so confusing for everyone who's not a part of the club. You like just two people rubbing their palms.
Straight arms, straight fingers out.
I'm just so happy to see another one of us out in the world, and they're
Yeah.
just doing this weird fucking handshake.
If I see that, I will shit myself again.
I will shit myself and then
Yeah.
buy you a drink.
Yes. Oh yeah, drinks on us. Yeah.
Okay, well, you ready to get into it?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, Logan.
Hey, shut up. Start the show already.
And this was sent in by stupid fucking idiot Logan, but not our Logan.
Yeah.
And this one is a bit of a brain buster. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You have to commit and be charged with one crime.
Okay.
Whatever crime that is, no one will ever be able to commit that crime again. Which crime do you choose?
Okay.
So here's something to put in the old brain palette.
So if I do this crime, it can never be done again by anyone ever.
Anyone? Nope. Like it has been erased from the illegal category.
So you're being the sacrificial lamb to better. So you could choose something that would better society if you wanted to be
Apologist.
Anthropologist. If you want to go dig up some bones and all that. Wait, is that anthropology?
Dude, I have no idea.
That's paleontology.
Philanthropic?
Yeah, philanthropic. What the hell did I say?
I don't know. You were just fucking. Did you just watch a Jurassic Park
I
trailer?
just wanted to say a big word.
like scuba doobing and light of the light. Just
Discoverosaurus.
Like, what do you know that I don't?
Not a whole lot.
Okay. So you want to be a helpful part of society. You would get caught and you would do the time for the crime.
Yeah.
But then no one else would be able to do it. And I think my first thought on this was I'd be like, you know what? I'm going to suck it up. I'm going to be the bigger man and I'm going to fucking kill somebody.
Yeah. Murder comes. That's the first one, right?
But my Lord, listen to me, my brother in Christ. If you do that, then no one else gets to murder anybody else for any reason. And that's a world that's going to turn to shit really quick.
Because you need to weed people out. People need to be murdered,
Think
right?
about Putin.
Yeah.
No one has a chance to kill him because you killed whatever you killed.
Well,
whatever
even
person
Hitler, even Hitler killed himself.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That's another thing.
Yeah, you could commit suicide. Well,
You still commit suicide. I said murder.
Is suicide a crime?
I don't know. Maybe by Jesus. Jesus will be very disappointed in you.
He'll be like, come on, man. I gave you this awesome life.
Oh my God. Look at your parents, your house. You have
I
a
gave you
sweet
every
job.
opportunity.
Look at your car. It's a Beamer, baby.
It's a Beamer, baby.
Why'd you get out of here? God damn it.
If you would have taken the wheel, I wouldn't have driven off this cliff.
Well,
right?
And now we blame Jesus.
Well, in his defense, they couldn't drive back in zero or whenever he lived, so he wouldn't know how to drive. Could you imagine
might have had, like, pirate ships
You
or
put
something.
Jesus in a car, and he's just like,
Nope.
He's looking around, touching stuff, like spinning knobs.
Turning the like hazards on and off. Just like,
click,
I don't.
click.
It's so confusing.
It's so funny. Someone
That's
from
like
that time period put him in a, like, move him forward in a time machine.
This is a funny chariot.
Yeah.
Where are the horses?
Exactly. Where there's no horses. What horsepower has this got? 278. I don't see a damn
I don't
horse
see a goddamn
anywhere.
horse in sight, brother.
Well, down there, do they have horses down there, or is it just camels?
What? Horses are a lot of places.
Are they universal?
They have to be.
I've
Think
never
about
been to the
Romans.
Middle East.
Okay. Well, the Romans had horses.
Well, we think they did. I mean, can we prove that?
Yes.
Where's
We
the proof?
can. I don't know. Go back to anthropology. I apologize.
That the clothing store?
That's good. That's Anacrombie. But
Anacrombie? The hell? Omicron. That's a COVID strain.
oh, that's Anaconda.
Okay. I don't want none.
My favorite clothing brand, Anaconda and Finch.
Anaconda and Finch?
No, but of course they did, you fucking idiot. They can find bones.
I know.
Okay, so those are there. Horses are everywhere. But going back to the question.
Yeah, we had a question, didn't we? Yeah.
You wanted to go big.
Yeah.
Or at least I did. I wanted to go big
Or go
so
home.
I could stop some of the bigger crimes. And then the more I'm thinking about it now, I want to go for something petty. Like, because there's a lot of things that are crimes in different parts of the world, different whatever. Especially in my world, I would for sure mod up my fucking car to be way too loud. And then I'd get a citation. I get in trouble for it, and then no other cars get to be purposefully loud for no reason. Right.
Those little Honda Civics going by.
You know what that sounds like? Just that's when they shift down.
The
They sound
Pharaoh's
like
car.
They sound like that mummy. So going
A Ford
for
mummy.
going for petty stuff like that. Any traffic violation really. So you could run a red light, and then no one else gets to run a red light anymore. And then there was one I was kicking around. I was thinking about, it's like one of the shittiest citations or a crime that you could break would be jaywalking. But if you did it and you got in trouble and no one else got to jaywalk anymore, you turn into the fucking Sims. Like you'd be down every sidewalk and like beep, 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 like pushing the little light at the corner. And then, I may not cross till the light turns. And I would hate that for me. Because sometimes it's okay to cross without the crosswalk guy telling you.
I almost hit a guy today who just was walking across the street.
So you
He was jaywalking.
But I mean, you jaywalk.
No, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, no doubt
And
about it.
how pissed would you be if you could not do it?
Yeah, it would suck. I mean, you're in a hurry and you got to wait for the stupid light to change.
Do you guys have those in Spokane where you push the button?
Yeah,
And in Coeur d'Alene,
wait,
it's
wait,
the most aggressive wait.
Where do you think you're fucking going?
Slow down! No, but it just goes, wait.
Wait. And then, of course, when that happens, my kids they do it. So they're pushing, it's just going, wait.
How fun would it be when once it turned, it went from wait to
go.
Fucking run!
Yeah, get out of here! Hurry! Shoot! Traffic's coming! Shoot! Get out of my space, you!
Run!
Get the fuck!
Jesus Christ.
Well, some of those, they are really fast. Like it turns to walk, you start walking, then a hand starts
like
blinking. You're like,
3
oh my
seconds.
god!
What? Am I gonna die
And
out
some
here?
dude just like down the street waiting to plow you over.
Yeah. But there's so many things that I don't know, the more I thought about that I would want to take away as an option. I thought about money laundering. Like, would I launder money so that no other person? But I'm sure there's a good reason
That's
to
not
launder
fun,
money.
though. I mean,
well,
that's
die.
like-
and I have to do the crime for it, so I'm fucking locked up forever.
If you're gonna do it, you need to do something that's memorable. Like, well, okay, so like there's manslaughter.
Oh, right.
So you have like murder 1, murder 2, you have manslaughter. Maybe just go out and do some manslaughter. Like get drunk.
Get drunk behind a car and plow a family.
Kill a family, go away for 5 years, but then that can never happen again, and so your family's safe.
Oh man.
You took somebody else's family out, but yours is safe forever.
My brain just went so dark.
Well, immediately when I first thought about this, my first thought was I would rob my house of something petty. So then I could never get it.
Like a lava lamp or something?
Yeah, like something. It was just like, okay, you're getting a slap on the wrist, and now no one can ever do that again. But my second initial thought was, I would just kill myself or kill my family then no one would be able to kill my family again, not thinking that it was the crime, it was the actual act. Like, well, my family wouldn't die. I'm like, no, they would because I murdered them.
Because you murdered them.
Yeah.
Right.
So that doesn't make any sense.
They are erased. Now, going back to the accidental manslaughter, or whatever the official charge is called.
Yeah, accidental, quote, unquote, yeah.
But I don't know why my brain went here, and I don't even know how this would play out. Let's say that you're behind the wheel of the car, and you're like, what I'm going to do is slam a family in a crosswalk.
Okay.
Like, that's just, I don't know, you came to that conclusion. I don't want this to happen to anybody else, but me and this family are going to pay for it. And you go to slam through them, and your car just stops, and it won't let it happen because they're not a family. But that dad doesn't know. That dad thought that they were his kids this whole time. So they're not actually a family,
test.
Right? So he never got it tested.
Well,
you don't
what
get to
makes
kill
a
a family.
Like he could be a stepdaddy.
Well, fine.
You know?
Oh, so you found a chink in the armor.
Yeah.
You
Well, there's
happy?
always a loophole.
Well, of course
the
there
loophole
is.
I could just say, well, if I mow this family down, I just say that Jesus took the wheel and Jesus mowed these people over.
And then Jesus goes to jail.
Jesus goes to jail. He goes to jail for our sins.
That sounds like a children's book.
Yeah. Jesus goes to jail. Like Ernest.
Volume 2.
Jesus goes to jail again.
Episode 2. What did he do? Borrowed his neighbor's wife.
Well, so Jesus, he's already taken the ultimate sacrifice, right? He died for all of us, so he can go to jail for us too. Because apparently he came. Let's say he died, came back, ran over a family, and then went to jail. And now no family can ever be killed again. And Jesus takes that weight on his shoulders.
Somehow found out how to start that fucking car. You know what to do, and lost control.
Well,
and
yeah,
killed somebody.
he was clanking around pushing, but it was a push start button.
And then vroom, vroom.
Yeah, and he started up, and he'd been drinking wine,
and his sandal got caught underneath the
the
gas
gas wedge
pedal.
underneath there, and his loincloth.
Got stuck around the shifter. He had no idea what the fuck was going on.
Took off and plowed right through the family.
So to answer the question, and then we're going to move on. I think I would go with something petty, like or not petty, but going on on burglary.
Yeah,
I don't care what it is. I don't think I'd ever support that, and because if you do it, it's the only time I would ever support robbing somebody is if they took it from you. But if you do it, they can no longer take it from you for you to go get it back. So now all this shit that you have, that is what you have, and everybody knows that's what you bought. So I think the answer is burglary.
Yeah, I mean, to me, that's the first thing that came to my mind, and I still think it's the best thing because you can do something so petty to set that precedent that can never be changed.
Okay. Logan, do you have any thoughts on this before we move on?
Yeah, I mean, burglary of my own home, but I wouldn't be able to be charged with that, would I? That's where my brain
robbed
went
your own
first.
home. I don't think you can get charged
right.
for that.
Yeah,
you'd
rob
have
your
to
neighbors.
So I'd have to rob my neighbor.
Oh my
Okay.
God, just grow up and rob your neighbor.
God,
Just rob a
do
good,
it already.
Rob a good one.
Some
At
old
least-
lady.
Yeah.
She's not gonna miss. She's gonna be dead soon anyway.
And we talked about like what constitutes that. It's like you could steal a butter knife. Probably.
Her favorite butter knife that she's had since the Depression.
It's that China butter knife she rarely uses.
It's the one that still has screws in it. It's one of that old shitty wood handle.
with like the weird porcelain plates on each side.
My grandparents, they still have that old, like there's forks and knives that were old when I was a kid going over their house and they're still in her drawer. Like she hasn't updated her silverware
And they
in
just
30 years.
Smell like teeth.
Yeah. Teeth and mothballs.
Teeth and mothballs.
And the Depression.
Depression.
Smells like the Depression.
It smells like we don't have a lot of money.
It smells like there's no food or money. Just smells like dust.
It smells like, dust and pancakes. Okay, let's move on.
I think we figured that one out.
I think we did. Let's just rob some people.
Okay.
Logan,
Old
do
lady.
it!
Hey,
Hey, what's up, babe?
what are you thinking about?
Nothing. Actually, you know what? I'm thinking about a lot of shit.
What are you thinking about?
So we're 4 episodes in, and I still think that's amazing. That's me and your wife.
I don't
that we
care
recorded
about it.
in bed, and I'm never gonna let you forget it.
Live it down. I'm going to have to do some shit with your wife, am I right?
You apparently already did, and you said it was gross.
I was kidding.
No,
You're not kidding, are you?
no.
Okay. So, what are you thinking about this week? This email, dude, fucking.
Nice track,
Thank
music
you,
choice,
baby. Hold on, I have the option to turn it up. I
dude.
should probably
Crank that shit,
I'm trying to hold it down, but it's not working. Oh fuck,
dude.
it's frozen.
You're not holding the show down. That's
It's
for
frozen, dude. We have
sure. Really?
to.
Oh, this is just got. It's just getting. Is it getting louder? It's getting gradually louder.
Logan turned it up, but it's fucking frozen, dude.
It won't shut off.
No, I can't do anything.
I mean, I'm not mad about it. It's amazing.
Fuck me. I'll close the whole program.
You decided to shut the whole program
here in a little bit. So I'm excited about this because this is also the first time we've had a listener submitted story come into the show, and this came in and it blew my fucking mind. And I'm going to preface this by saying I'm not trying to kink shame, but sometimes
kink or king.
What the fuck is a king shame?
I don't know. I thought you said king.
Like I'm just like
shaming the king. He's like,
I will not
off with his head.
No, a kink.
Okay.
Like doing
fucking.
Yeah,
like
but,
kinky,
but not just fucking. Like the weird part of fucking. That's what kinky is.
Okay.
A more specific.
Like doesn't have to be.
Why am I defining what kinky is to a 40-year-old man?
No.
Where have you been?
I misheard you.
How's your sex life, bud?
Not good. We have 2 kids and they're little.
I've had sex twice.
I saw that.
Strictly
I picked
missionary.
Out one, I was looking at the script. There's one word that I picked, and it says aroused. That was the first word that came in. I saw that. I'm like, now I am aroused.
Cool. All right. So we're reading this. This is an email from Brittany, and it says, when I was in college, my boyfriend at the time was super into my farts.
Oh.
Which, not a sentence you read very often.
Turned on by her farts?
He's super into it.
Okay.
Yeah. He would get aroused if I would pass gas, and if they smelled, he would instantly get hard.
Oh, what?
One day, while we were in the middle of getting busy, he said he didn't think he'd be able to finish, so he asked me to fart.
Oh my God.
I pushed a little too hard, and not only did a fart come out, but so did a little rosebud. The fart made him come, and he put his nose in my ass, not knowing a little something extra came out.
What in the world is going on?
When I turned around and looked at him, he had shit on his nose. Luckily, he was not grossed out by it. Oh, he's not? Seems like that's why his dick works. What the fuck? Glad I'm not dating someone with that nasty fetish now. Anyway, bye, Brittany. Thanks, Brittany.
Hold on. I think I need a second to process this. So,
and again, not kink shaming. Like I've learned over the years, do not yuck somebody's yum.
Yeah.
So there's people out there, but I will say that doesn't mean I can't find it a little funny.
No, it's hilarious. I would never judge someone for what they're into, but
like I wouldn't give them.
It was just so fun.
Like if I found out about this and they worked for me, I wouldn't be like, "You're out of here.
You're fired."
Right?
Yeah.
That's not how that would work. But I would know that you came to farts.
But maybe you're like, well, on the other side of it, you're like, God, her ass must smell delicious,
right?
Like, is
what
he just into like?
She using?
Yeah, is he just into like the fart smell, or does her fart just smell so good that it's like it's kind of like when animals in heat, they can sense that smell, you know? You know what I mean? No?
And that's where they bottle Calvin Klein. Is when two beavers,
like musk or whatever.
When two beavers want to fuck each other, they just bottle that up, and that's what we rub on our necks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No.
No? I mean, it feels like that's maybe the same thing. Like hey, look at this female. Right. You know, she's like, he letting out a little gas.
Do you extract it from like anal glands? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, like, and just imagine this happening. Like, there's a guy's like, I want to have a go with this, you know?
Right, sure.
And he's just picture like I'm assuming they're having sex, right? Like this is intercourse going on, so they're just going at it.
He's like,
and he's like, come on, and she just starts ripping, and he's just like,
just immediately,
and he starts going brap brap brap.
I picture him saying like instead of saying fart, he says toot.
Oh yeah,
I'm not sure why that's funnier in the set.
Well, can you rip ass?
Hey baby, can you toot?
Yeah, because hey, can you rip ass so I can come?
Can you please pass?
Oh,
can you please
can you pass it?
I imagine this dude gets so obsessed that he eventually carries around just fart spray in his pocket.
I know, and that's what I'm worried about. Where is this guy? Because I don't want him. I mean, I kind of want to be his friend to learn more, but it also scares me a little bit.
Picture this though. What if he has her like fart in a jar,
right?
And you put a cap on it.
He's
and then
having
you have
a bad day at work.
Yeah, he just like he goes. He grabs it. And he's like, it's kind of better. You know what it is? It's you know how they have like nose spray things. You shake them up and spray them.
Mucinex things.
He just bottles farts in that. And then he just goes in there and he's like squirting it up his nose.
Can't
but
wait
then
to
he
get
comes
home.
out of the bed, he's all erect.
Can't wait to get Get home, baby.
Now he's all erect at work.
Something to look forward to.
He's rubbing one out at his desk and just
Smelling farts. But I love the picture that was painted where he went down there to smell it.
Yeah.
Because he had to get to the source. And then he came out and he just had shit on his nose.
Mm-hmm.
That's a funny Rudolph.
Well, okay.
Like like you turn around and you're like, oh my God, babe, I'm so happy you came, and you look at him and he has your shit on his nose.
Yeah, Rudolph the shit nose.
Fart guy.
Yeah, Rudolph the shit nose boyfriend. What's his name? Do you have
It doesn't
name?
say,
Like
no.
Jonathan the shit nose boyfriend.
No,
had a very stinky nose.
and I will say, Brittany, you're a fucking champion.
She is.
Because you don't know, you're going to get into a relationship
Yep.
and you don't know what kinks they have.
Yep.
And she was willing
Yep.
to accommodate this guy's kink.
Yeah, instead of being like, that's disgusting. How am I with you? She went along with it. Kind of like we were saying.
She just toots it.
One time where like, the girls are like, I like your size of penis. Like they just do that just to.
When were we talking about this?
I don't know. We recorded this a couple days ago, but it was a month ago when we talked about it originally.
All right, cool.
So I'm trying to remember how this worked, but like, oh no,
Like
I think you're fine.
Perfect size.
You're perfect size, but they're just saying that just to. So like this
You're the
guy's
perfect
like,
size. I just wish you would fart more.
exactly. Yeah. If you just fart, this would be perfect relationship.
I think
if
you're
you
the
would
perfect
just
size and just feeding them beans. No, it's great. It has nothing to do with
he
that.
loves
Just
beans.
eat this fucking taco before you fuck me. And then we're going to be in love forever, baby.
God. I like just imagine like you blah, you blow your load and then you immediately, it's kind of like taking a shot and then licking the salt. He's like blowing his load and then hopping out real quick and getting down there to
Getting
sniff.
sniffy.
It's kind of like that icing on the cake of the orgasm.
But I mean, I've always said, as relationships go on, you have to adjust to each other's things.
Yeah.
And things will end like that. But it did make me want to look up other sexual fetishes that are out there.
Oh.
And so I have. And some of them I will not be able to pronounce because I'm illiterate. But this one is macrophiliacs, which you get off to giant things.
So not
like
my
oversized, like not like regular sized folk, like a giant shoe or Godzilla. Or maybe Andre the Giant.
Wait, a shoe or Godzilla? What the hell? What?
No, like a big giant's foot, like a giant shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Godzilla?
I don't know
Or
what's in there.
Godzilla's shoe or
Sure, it could be fucking Godzilla's shoe.
Are you saying Gonzilla?
Yeah,
What the hell is Gonzilla?
it's his brother.
He left years ago.
That's why they call him that.
Gonzilla.
But Godzilla is named after Godzilla.
Right.
And then you have spectrophiliacs
Okay.
who are riled up by ghosts. Can you imagine being turned on by some ghosts?
You're scared, then you're turned on immediately.
Trichophiliacs, they dig long hair. Kleptolagnia, it's all about stealing. So
Yeah,
stealing
klepto.
stuff. But man, there's so many good ones in here. Sexual arousal to feces. Well, maybe that guy's in there.
2 guys, 1 cup, or 2 girls, 1 cup.
Hobophilia, sexual fantasy with homeless people.
What?
So that's fine. Is that because like you want
Want
to
to go back to your place? I don't have a place. Sploosh.
moist and dripping? But it goes on forever and ever. So of course, out of all of these that I have read, I'm not that shocked that there's people that love farts. Plus, I've been in the darkest parts of the internet where I have learned about people smelling farts in jars for a ton of money,
Yeah.
like making hundreds of thousands of
Yep.
dollars selling fart
Bottle
jars.
that shit up.
So it's probably way more common than I think it is.
It would be the first time that happens when you just think you're out on this date, or you go back home, you do that, and then you get that request. It seems like one of those things you'd break that out later in the relationship, but it's not like the first time do you jump immediately to the farts?
Maybe he's just had a string of bad luck. He's been in many relationships where things look like they're working out, and he waits till later. So now he's putting fart in my face and put poop in my nose on the front end, so he's not
Okay.
wasting his time.
Yeah.
He
You
has
jump
to,
into that, you got to weed them out.
Yeah, you got to
quick.
hit the filter button like right out the gate.
Is she willing to do it? Because if she's willing to do this, she's a keeper. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What else have you done, Brittany? Like, and first, where'd you find this guy?
Uh-huh.
Was it like farts are us? I
Farts are us. Like,
don't know.
Fart farmers only, like farters only.
farters only.
Can you imagine if two people, if she had the same fetish, but she didn't know that he was that guy, and then he asked for that, and he said, "Oh, you're into that, huh?"
Oh.
And they're just their whole room, they're just farting. Their room just smells
Just
like a bathroom.
Just farting and coming and farting and coming.
It's just one after the other.
And good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you if that's how that works out. But I read that and I couldn't get it out of my head. So, of course, I wanted to drag it into what are you thinking about? Because that's
great.
exactly what I'm thinking about. You want to move on to the next segment?
I don't know. Yeah.
What?
Can you fart? And
No.
we'll see what happens.
No. Because that would be even... That would jeopardize the show if I farted and you came.
It would.
Like, I don't know how we'd be like, anyway, episode 5 next week. Like, I don't know where we would go. So...
Is it legal to have an orgasm?
What?
Like on air?
Yeah. Yeah, I actually prefer that.
Prefer that.
Yeah.
If I don't
Viewership would go way up.
If I do not climax, the show cannot do well.
It's a waste of time.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned. All right, let's move on and debut that brand new segment that I'll explain a little bit more here in just a second.
All right.
All right. Logan!
Live from the Can You Don't Studios in beautiful downtown Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, everyone's favorite game show, at least one that's on a podcast. What the fuck just happened?
It was so fun looking for the music for these segments.
So what the fuck just happened is like the segment we have called Dick for dumb, interesting, or cool, okay? But what we do is we don't let each other know what articles we've picked, and we turn them into a game show that listeners are allowed to play along with. I say allowed like... If I was like, do not play along
You
with this.
cannot do this.
Where Brian will try to guess. And if you try to play along, you can fucking die.
This is for his eyes only.
This is for Brian. And that's it. And if you, no. So try to keep score as you move along. And then as we move through the multiple choice questions, we will go back and read the original article. So we will find out together
What the fuck happened?
what the fuck just happened. Now they see why it's named that.
Brilliant.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the location. I'm just going to set you up a little something here. This is Vancouver, Washington.
Oh, local.
Okay, so not known for a lot of craziness, but just enough. So question number 1, the setup. A manager at an Arby's fast food restaurant is in big trouble. He has been accused of multiple things, including doing what? A, rubbing his genitals on nearly all the eating surfaces after closing. B, urinating in the milkshake mix.
Oh.
C, purposefully dropping food on the floor before giving it to customers. Or D, placing dead bugs that fell into the deep fryer into the sandwiches.
Every one of those seems like I've heard a story of someone doing that. Oh, yeah.
Strategically played.
Oh, this is tough because, God, they're all awful.
And all things that I would do. These are all, you find out these are all personal experience.
Yeah, you did every single one of these.
Me just working at Arby's.
Placing dead. So he's just, God, imagine him going around and just like collecting bugs from the ground, like sweeping them up with a broom into the pan and just dumping them into the sandwiches and then pushing the bread down.
Right. A little extra flavor.
I think I want to go with the rubbing his genitals because I feel like he's just walking around like grabbing the spatula like Beavis.
Okay,
You know,
so you're going with A.
Yeah, and
Right,
I could
let me
see
make
him pissing in the milkshake too, but oh God,
A it is. Too late.
I'll just go
Already
with fuck
highlighted.
it. I'm going with A.
Okay, so moving on to the next question. Believe it or not, the last question was not the initial reason the Arby's manager was being investigated. Originally, the police were executing a search warrant on his phone looking for what? A, evidence pertaining to a robbery across the street. B, death threats to a fellow classmate over an ex-girlfriend. C, child pornography. D, proof that he was the best citizen of Vancouver and maybe the entire state of Washington.
What? Okay, wait, hold on.
So a robbery, got jealous.
Okay, so the police. Okay, now they confiscated his phone for a crime or something that had
Something
happened.
else, and then they found something else.
And they saw like video of him doing this thing. Probably.
Right. There you go.
Oh shoot! I'm guessing. Oh God!
You got this, bud.
I think. Evidence of pertaining to a robbery across the. Let's go with death threats to a classmate.
Okay, so or to a classmate over an ex-girlfriend thing.
Yeah, maybe some texts or something.
Okay, great. Okay, so referencing question 1, upon further review, police found that how many people were violated by the manager's actions? Okay, this is back to our first list of questions.
Okay.
A, luckily Arby's fucking sucks, so only 4 people.
Well, that's not true. That's just not true.
B, 30 to 40 customers. C, 250 to 300 customers. Or D, doesn't matter. Whoever eats at Arby's deserves whatever happens to them.
I feel like you've got it out for Arby's. Do we have to get into this?
Who doesn't?
Why? I love Arby's.
Arby's should close down.
Okay. Well,
I mean, they have a cool hat.
Maybe we'll save this for another time, but like, I want to know what your thing is against Arby's here.
It's just not everywhere else. If you gave me a choice between every other fast food place and you had Arby's on there too, the last place I'd pick would be Arby's.
See, it's for me, it's a toss-up between Arby's and Wendy's.
For the top 2?
Yes.
No wonder you're keeping Arby's in business all by yourself.
Well, there's no Arctic Circle anymore, so I gotta do that.
It starts with an A.
Yeah.
AR? Cool, I'm in, baby.
Well, it's obviously not A or D.
I know, I'm just trying to help
I'm gonna
you.
go with I'm gonna go with B.
B.
See, now it doesn't. Now the death threats thing doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. That's how tests work.
Okay. Well,
sometimes you fuck yourself.
I'm gonna go with B.
B. Okay. So 30 to 40 customers. Now I am going to give you one bonus question this week, a celebration of us doing this for the very first time.
Okay.
The manager said he did what he did because A, he was fed up with his boss. B, his mom took away his phone. C, for sexual gratification. Or D, he was just bored.
Just bored. Hated his job.
Uh-huh.
I mean, the obvious choice is that he was fed up with his boss, but maybe he was just like, fuck, today's slow.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I feel like I want to go with A here, and then I also feel like I want to go back and change my answer.
Shit.
God damn it.
Sorry. And maybe we can do that later when we figure out more about how this episode or this segment works.
Okay.
But right now, you said it and you fucked it.
Can I change it to D then? He was just bored?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You didn't give a final answer on this one?
Okay.
I guess I could ask, is that your final
D,
answer?
my final answer.
Okay. He was just bored.
Who wants to be a millionaire?
Dude, is Regis still alive?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm Regis Philbin. I'm telling a story.
All right, are you ready to hear the actual one? We'll see how you did.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm going to talk like Regis for the rest of the show.
Headline is going to ruin a lot of your life. Arby's manager accused of urinating in milkshake mix.
Okay, yeah.
Vote for one.
All right. Well, it was between those two.
It doesn't matter. You lost.
You.
Can you imagine going up to like your college professor? Fuck yeah, I know I failed, but show me the questions. You're like, I knew it was between these two. I knew it was between these two.
I mean, you have to give some sort of credit. Like I was in the ballpark.
That's sure. What do you want? What kind of credit do you want?
I want credit that I mentioned that I think it could be that. I want you to acknowledge that I thought it could be that one.
You did.
Okay.
But I think you also acknowledged that it could have been all the other ones too.
I did. In fairness, I said it could have been all 4.
Okay, so a manager at an Arby's fast food restaurant in Washington State has been accused of urinating into the milkshake mix that might have been served to dozens of people. Police in Vancouver, across from the Columbia River from Portland, Oregon, said they uncovered footage of the 29-year-old man peeing into a bag of milkshake mix as they were executing a search warrant on his phone as part of an investigation into child sex abuse images.
So the pornography.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So the manager made one court appearance last Wednesday on child abuse image allegations and another on Friday for a new allegation of second-degree assault with sexual motivation after police said they found the 16-second urination video. Dude, how fucked up is this? According to the probable cause affidavit filed in Clark County Superior Court, The video's metadata showed it was recorded on the 30th of October at an Arby's in Vancouver's Mill Plain neighborhood. The manager acknowledged to investigators that he had urinated in the milkshake mix bag at least twice. But said he was almost sure he threw the bag out. He said he was working alone in the restaurant that night and that he did it for sexual gratification. So then here's the final answer here. Another manager at an Arby's told detectives the restaurant sold at least one ice cream float and about 30 to 40 milkshakes that day. Court records said.
Okay, so I had that one right.
You got the 30 to 40, and then you missed every single other one.
Yeah. Well,
you got a 25%.
But that's why I was saying I think I want to go back and change it
No,
because
you can't do that.
I know. I just want, like I said, I want you to acknowledge that I went back and I think I was piecing it together. But you wouldn't let me change the answer.
You can't
because you're a freaking game Nazi.
No, I'm just
I'm sorry.
Better teacher.
We can't change our answers what they've been put in. Who wants to be in there? Everybody wants to be a millionaire, but not everybody can be a millionaire.
But it did get me thinking about other shit I've seen over the years of fucked up stuff that happens at fast food restaurants.
Yeah.
I've seen videos of people shoving cheese in their nose and then going and like sneezing it out onto like fucking different food. So fucked up, like onto a salad or onto a burrito.
I wish you could stop talking because I got Jack in the Box before I came out here.
They probably didn't do this.
I know, but I had the thought when I was because the lady that came to the window.
They don't sneeze cheese on my hamburger.
I don't want to be like that guy, but the lady that came to the window to give me the food, I was like, oh fuck,
you would sneeze cheese on my hamburger.
She definitely did something in this meal.
What does your character say about you?
Mm-hmm.
If you walk up and someone sees you and you go, oh my god, she would totally cheese sneeze on my, or she'd always cheese sneeze.
Yeah, cheese
sure.
sneeze.
They'd always sneeze cheese on my hamburger, and you're like, fuck, god damn it.
Well,
I knew I shouldn't have come here.
I remember. I
should
think
have gone to
like,
Arby's, but they don't do this.
Yeah, I think it was like junior high or high school. I remember there was a story, something about somebody jizzing into the mayonnaise or like in chicken sandwiches or something.
Yeah.
And for the longest time, I would order McChickens and ask for no mayo.
No cum?
Because that was in, because I had that in my brain. Like, so it would be no sauce. It would just be the bun in a chicken patty.
Sorry, I'm sorry for the complexity of my order, but I'm gonna want a McChicken sandwich with no cum on it.
Sans jizz. Yeah.
Take the jizz off of it. I'm gonna love it.
If
but
you
please
could
don't
just
cum on
not put cum in my sandwich, that'd be great.
This time.
Just this time.
I'm not in the mood.
Yeah, I don't need, I'm already feeling a little queasy.
All full.
You really have to not think about it. Like, you have to just be like, and that was my problem when I got today. I was like on the run. I had to get out here. I got to drive the fucking traffic to get to this place. It's just horrific.
Sometimes when you're in a hurry, you have to eat a cum chicken sandwich.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but I mean, you
got to risk it.
Like, what's the worst that's going to happen? Honestly,
you eat cum.
Yeah, I mean, that's the worst thing. But what's the worst thing is, well, can you get an STD by eating someone else's like?
I've learned that you can.
Jizz that has, let's say, like the clap or something in it.
Clappy cum.
Am I going to get gonorrhea of the throat?
A round of applause. Like, you're having an orgasm. It's just like,
yay!
The clap.
It burns, and you're gonna.
It burns, but you're kind of happy because you're getting a round of applause. I've seen videos of a dude licking all of the taco shells at a Taco Bell.
Oh, come on!
Remember that one Burger King employee that was stomping in the lettuce? You remember that video?
No.
It went like super viral. Logan, you're an internet dweeb.
I actually don't know that one.
So there's a video of a guy that has all the lettuce. Like if you go to a Subway and you see the metal bin of lettuce, they have that at these other places too. And they were just stomping in it with their feet and then making all the food with it.
That's disgusting.
Good for them. That's pretty cool. But I know that there's more fucked up examples.
Oh, yeah.
So if you have them...
They made a movie about it.
They what?
What, waiting or something? They made a movie about employees
at fast food places
defiling food.
I did not ever see that.
It's got Ryan Reynolds in it.
Yeah, it's called Waiting.
Oh, that's a fictional food movie.
Yeah, but it's based off...
It's a fictional food movie.
Yeah, but that's what happens.
It's
that's what it goes
based
down.
on the true story?
Remember, Beavis and Butthead did it. Beavis was scratching his crotch with a spatula. Yeah.
Well, I mean...
It happened in a cartoon.
Some people... It's got to be real, baby. No, but I know that if you guys listening have been a part of... Leave it anonymous. We won't say your name. Or you've been or heard about this stuff happening at restaurants. I would love to hear about them.
Yep.
So we can share them on the show. Send those in right now to heyguys@canyoudon'tpodcast.com.
Actually, I don't know. Like, I eat a lot of fast foods. I don't know if this is a good idea. Maybe it's good that
it'll
change
stop
your life
around.
Yeah, maybe I'll stop eating fast food.
If you want to help Brian quit being a piece of shit, send in your stories to heyguys at canyoudon'tpodcast.com.
Scare me straight.
Scare me straight, baby. Okay, now it's my turn. I made fun of you. I'm not sure how many questions you have.
I have three questions.
I had a bonus question. So if I get one right, I will beat you. Because I guess you had...
Well, I got one right.
Yeah, 1 for 4,
we
25%. No, that's not how that works.
Well, actually, yeah, you would have 66%.
I would have 33 if I got one right.
Yeah.
Are you worse at math than me?
No.
This is the best day of my life. Logan! You hearing this?
I think I might be worse.
Taking it all in.
Oh, it's going to be... Oh, I'm a genius.
I think you might be... I think I might be a worse reader than you are. Is that a word? Is like I can read it?
I can weeder.
I can we gooder than you.
Okay, lay it on me.
All right,
where are we going?
it.
Where are we doing?
We're going to Chicago.
All right.
And we're going to the zoo.
All right.
Okay. So officials at the Lincoln Park Zoo in Chicago, that's Illinois.
I'm aware.
It's in the Midwest.
It's right there by Kansas.
Yep,
Florida,
exactly.
like Florida.
They border each other,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
Florida and Chicago border each other. Florida and Chicago.
The state of Chicago.
I'm really good at geography and anthropology and stuff.
We're a fucking mess.
Okay. Officials at Lincoln Park Zoo in Chicago are worried that Amari, a 415-pound gorilla, is getting exposed to too much of what? A, women flashing their sweet titties at him.
Okay.
B, too much screen time from cell phones.
All right.
C, radiation from a nuclear plant nearby. Or D, people feeding him fattening food.
Oh, well, my brain...
Like fast food or something.
Yeah, my brain is on fucking cum chicken. So I'm going to have to shift gears to answer this correctly. I would hate for Amari to have some cum chicken. Like, that would break my heart.
You'd be fine if he had radiation poisoning, though, and gonna die?
Yeah.
You'd be fine with that?
And I would obviously be okay if he was just seeing too many titties.
Yeah, that'd be pretty great. I wish I had that problem.
So if I'm breaking this down, the worry factor of him seeing titties outside him running into the glass and mashing his face up or giving himself a concussion from trying to suck on him, I don't know if that is something they were concerned about.
What if it sets a bad precedent? Like he sees a nice pair of human titties, and then the next time they need him to mate or something, he's like, "Nah, dude,
those weren't as good as Candace's."
Right? They're like the gorilla, saggy gorilla titties.
Have you seen Jenny's titties? Now I'm looking at this thing.
Yeah,
it's a fucking brute.
Imagine you're looking at some high quality porn, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Here's something that's not."
Go from
quality.
Dude.
You know what I mean? Like just this hot woman. And then
imagine you're watching a fucking AAA blockbuster movie, right? And then like you're not,
and then you're not. You're watching not that.
You're watching anything but that. No, but I hear you. Like watching a well-produced, camera angles are great. Things are like look more sweaty than they're supposed to be. They got water bottle people on staff. Then you watch some amateur shit with people that don't know how to fuck.
Yeah,
that is a buzzkill.
Sometimes the amateur stuff's good because you can kind of play. Like I could probably make that work.
I could keep up.
Yeah, and you're like, and it's like that. You know that it's not all airbrushed and stuff. It's like, okay, I like that tan line. She's got them when they have a tan and they have like their boobs are still white. You know what I mean? The tan line titties.
Yeah, but I love the idea of you talking about airbrushing in videos and not photo or like a photo.
Well, you know what I mean. Like
they're fucking and someone's on the side just
manually airbrushing him live on
trying. You just keep
the guy's like, I'm fucking you. And
what's
some
that
guy's
noise?
off camera.
What's that noise?
Yeah.
Making sure the curves are right.
Yeah, I could see it happening.
Yeah, well, women flashing their titties. I don't think that's it. Radiation from a nuclear power plant. I mean, maybe, but all the humans would be so fucked.
What a place to put a zoo. Just right next to like the Simpsons power plant thing.
It's in the middle of a neighborhood. They don't give a fuck.
No.
They're like, how's Amari?
It's power. Yeah. They don't care about the families that are they're growing 3 arms,
going to school like rolling like a centipede, and they're just worried about how's Amari doing. Too much screen time from cell phones. I'm not sure. They're outside of taking pictures. I'm gonna go with people feeding them food, throwing shit over the fence.
That seems like the most realistic, right?
Yeah. But you saying that makes me not.
Yeah. Well,
but I locked it in.
Okay.
So Regis, tell me I locked it in.
Is that your final answer?
Yes, it is.
D, final answer.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
moving on to the next question.
Okay.
Okay. A fellow bachelor gorilla in an enclosure rushed him. Oh, shit. Now okay, no more Regis.
Okay.
All right, next question.
Regis can't read either.
I'll switch to the lady from You Are Now the Weakest Link. Goodbye. All right. A fellow bachelor gorilla in the enclosure rushed to... Shit, okay. Sorry, let me start again. This is the second question.
No, you got it.
Okay.
You're reading it right.
It just feels like it's not worded correctly.
Me.
I wrote this, but I'm like, it doesn't feel like it's worded correctly. Okay. A fellow bachelor gorilla in the enclosure rushed at him in a show of aggression, and Amari did what?
Okay.
Did he...
Sucked his titties. Was that in there?
Did he, A, kick him in the stomach and finish him with a stone cold stunner? B, spit in his face and egg him on, kind of like,
Gotcha.
I imagine that's what it sounds like.
Okay, got it. Egged.
Okay, C, has the attention of a toddler and didn't appear to notice. Or D, ran away like a little bitch.
God damn it. Well, I'm whittling it down here. Ran away like a little bitch. So the question was aggression. Oh man.
The fellow gorilla came at him.
This will be my storyline. I'm going with that he ran away like a little bitch because he was not feeling good from eating fatty fucking food.
So he's kind of just lethargic.
Run away like a little bitch. Did not want to fight.
All right. Locking it in. He ran away like a little bitch. D, final answer. Okay.
Third and final. Let's do
Third and
it.
final question to wrap this up. What are officials at the zoo concerned about happening? What are they concerned will happen if this persists?
If him running. All right. So I missed number 2.
Yeah. Okay. What are officials concerned about if this it keeps
going.
persisting? A.
Dude.
A is getting
okay.
A, the other gorillas will follow his lead and end up like him and become a zombie.
All right.
B, get an unrealistic idea of what good titties are and not be interested in the female gorillas.
We covered that.
C, become obese and die of a heart attack way too young.
Okay.
Or D, get aggressive and want to beat the shit out of the other gorillas.
Oh man. I'm gonna go with A because it has to do with running away and not wanting to fight.
Okay,
The
so
other
A-
gorillas will follow his lead and end up like him and become a zombie.
Okay.
They just want nothing to. They will want nothing to do with what their entire hierarchy is built around.
Okay.
Which is the alpha beating the shit out of the other ones.
Yep.
So he is being
a little bitch.
Being a bitch because he doesn't feel good from eating way too much fatty food and not the stuff that a gorilla should eat.
Okay. You want to see what happened?
Yeah.
All right. So, U.S. Zoo fears teen gorilla's exposure to phones is behind its antisocial behavior.
God damn it. So they're showing them
screen time.
Screen time. It's not even about but screen time means they're like watching it. It doesn't say like camera flashes.
No.
They're showing them videos.
Let me read the story.
Okay.
You're interrupting Regis while he's trying to tell the story.
All right, go ahead.
Shut your mouth. Final answer.
Yes.
A teenage gorilla in Chicago Zoo.
Phone a friend. Logan. Hey, bud.
Hey.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if the person didn't answer? Like they're on the shitter and their phone's
Hasn't that
ringing.
happened sometimes?
I don't know.
Oh, that'd be terrible
I never
television.
saw it happen. The guy's like taking a shit.
You get the lifeline and there's not there.
Yeah.
Or like you 50-50 and they're like, we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
What?
But imagine like them. He's calling.
Hello?
And they're like their phone just keeps ringing and the awkward between Regis and the guests are kind of looking at each other like,
Eek.
what is he gonna answer?
We'll call him back.
Yeah. You only get one phone call.
Right.
All right. That's a terrible impression, by the way.
You're trying.
Yeah, I don't do Regis.
I'm really good at impressions.
Yeah, you're really good. I think we should do a whole segment on that.
No, we should. Go ahead.
Okay. A teenage gorilla in Chicago Zoo has been getting too much screen time, according to zoo officials. Amari, a 415-pound gorilla at Chicago's Lincoln Park Zoo, has been staring a little too frequently at the screen of cell phones from visitors who show him pictures and videos through a glass wall, including selfies, family photos, pet videos, and even footage of Amari himself.
Okay.
So they're actually showing him footage of his little bitch ass.
Is that your phone?
What the hell?
You're the worst.
My sister's calling.
You'll get it.
Hopefully it wasn't important. My sister never calls, so something's probably
She's calling
happening.
you as a lifeline.
You're her lifeline.
She's on the show right now.
Brian! Brian!
That would be so funny if that was the case. Making fun of. Okay. He's apparently become so distracted as a result that last week, when another teenage gorilla rushed at him in a show of aggression, Amari didn't appear to notice.
Is that run away like a bitch?
No, that was acting like it got the toddler.
What?
It's become,
Dude, fuck this test.
has an intention of a toddler and didn't appear to notice. I wrote it in there like he's watching a tablet, like a toddler watching a tablet, where you're like, "Hey, turn it off."
All right. I'm gonna call the dean. Go ahead.
Amari did not seem to notice. It seemed to almost surprise Amari because his attention was very much distracted, said Stephen Ross, the director of the Lester Fisher study conservation of apes.
Yeah.
In recent months, zoo staff has had to install rope to keep the visitors several feet away from the glass and have to step in and explain why the phone screens were a problem. Like, you need to stop showing this shit.
He doesn't care about your family.
Yeah, Amari is becoming a zombie, basically, is what's happening.
You're ruining his life.
You're ruining him. And honestly, what's going to happen is their evolutionary line is they're going to shift because they're supposed to be doing, like gorilla stuff.
Right.
And now they're doing what humans are doing.
Right.
So we're going to merge as a species.
Okay.
Okay, 3 other bachelor gorillas live in the same enclosure with Amari, and zoo officials are worried that they too might become addicted to screens. So that wraps up that third question, what they're worried about if it persists.
And that I got that right.
Yes, you did get that one correct.
Make him become a zombie.
Yeah.
God damn it. Cool, I beat you.
Yeah. Just because you threw in a bonus question.
every week I have 400 questions.
Yeah, you just want that percentage.
You're like, I got 3.
Yeah.
14 and
3 chances,
bitch.
God.
Oh man, that was fun.
That was fun. I was a little worried that wasn't going to work, but I think it did.
I mean, we did some trial runs, but that felt pretty good.
Yeah.
And how did you guys do at home?
Yeah.
I love the idea of taking the stories and the storylines that we painted and then making those like real.
Like a hypothetical.
Right.
Yeah.
And thinking about a dude, as far as what you were saying, working at Arby's who was rubbing his dick on everything. But they were trying to figure out, they looked at his phone because he had death threats to a classmate, ex-girlfriend, and then he was just bored. and that's why he rubbed his dick on everything and sent death threats.
One of those choose your own story adventure
kind of
things. Yeah, like okay, let's see, what was he doing? Okay, he was jerking off in here, and he did it for this. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's move on to some happy news.
Okay,
you ready to roll it?
Yeah.
Okay, Logan, you know what we're doing. Go ahead.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Hooray! We aren't doomed.
Yeah, so hooray, we're not doomed.
Yeah, Jim Carrey.
This story is inspirational, and it's very nice, and it's very funny. Or not funny, but it's just pretty. It's funny that it played out this way, because this should have maybe never, ever fucking happened in the first place. U.S. Army replaces cake that it stole from Italian girl back in 1945. So the U.S. Army has given a birthday cake to an Italian woman to replace one the American soldiers stole from her as it cooled by a window 77 years ago.
That actually happened. Oh, they did that in the cartoons.
Well, they stole them. Not gave them back. It's like the U.S. Army went back and gave all the birthday cakes back in cartoons.
Well, no,
that'd be weird propaganda.
No, I remember in the cartoons they used to set the pie outside to cool. And I always thought that was a cartoon thing. Right. I guess I didn't realize they actually did do that.
Enough people saw it and they're like, I want that fucking cake.
It seems like animals would come along and steal it.
I love thinking about just America using that as some weird military propaganda. We're like, look, we put cakes back in to people that other people took them. and it's just like a weird fucking demonstration.
It'd be a weird thing, like we murdered thousands of people,
but we gave the cake back.
We gave the cakes back.
Mm-hmm.
Do we get some points for that?
So Mary Mion, who turns 90 on Friday, was 13 when her village of San Pietro, near Valencia, saw fighting between U.S. troops and German soldiers. Her mother made her a birthday cake, but it was taken by an opportunistic and presumably hungry Americans. Miss Mion said she would share the replacement cake with her relatives. We will eat that dessert with all of my family, remembering this wonderful day that I will never forget, she said. So yeah, there was troops outside. They were, I'm guessing, just in war-torn area, looking for food, and a fucking cake showed up. And they're like, I'm taking that cake.
Taking the cake.
I get it. I could see myself doing it. But I love the fact that they went back and made it right as they found out what happened to this little girl and made sure that she got a birthday cake.
What I want to know is
it's never too late to make amends, is what I'm kind of going with this story.
Good.
I think that's really cool.
I want to take it too. I wonder, it would be hilarious if they didn't actually take it to eat it. They just stole it from her. And then they returned the original cake.
It's a rock.
80 years later, it's the same cake. And they're like chiseling it away.
Right. It's a fossil at that point.
Yeah.
Or if they took it, all they did was like pie one of the enemies. Like they didn't eat it. They just okay, we're gonna get close enough.
Prisoner.
We're
It was like
close enough.
prisoner.
We're gonna pie this motherfucker.
We're gonna waterboard this guy and we're gonna pie this guy.
One guy gets the better of those two deals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if they rescued a guy from a prison and they're like, "Hey, welcome back," pie in the face.
Right. Or they have the waterboard guy, then you have the cake guy. You smash the cake in his face, and if he's hungry, you switch him over to the waterboard.
Yeah, drink it off.
Oh, sorry, he's thirsty.
That's how they clean him off, is by waterboard.
Right, get the cake off there.
Yeah, because it's sticky.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Sticky situation, this conversation.
So I thought that was great.
Yeah.
So a lesson for all of us in our lives. If there's some shit that's happened in the past, go say sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, if you see a cake, take it. Have your cake and eat it too.
And give it back later.
Mm-hmm. I promise I'll bring this back. Just come back and vomit in a bowl.
What I've learned from this, take the cake and then give it back in 80 years.
Right.
Have somebody else fucking deal with it in 80 years.
Your ancestors, your grandchildren will return the cake.
Return the cake.
Could you imagine that you leave a note?
Learned.
Their grandkids are like, they know they have to do that.
Right.
Like, we got to do this before this lady dies.
Like wrote in the journey, like their journal and everything. Just got to give cake back to Gladys.
Well, yeah, like we would probably just like write an email or send a text now.
With a cake gif?
Yeah. Return cake emoji to
Hope
Gladys.
you had a happy birthday.
Yeah.
It's a cake emoji.
Yep. With the confetti things flying around.
Yep. Okay, let's look at some funny shit that you found on the internet.
Okay, yeah.
All right, here, tell Logan to play it.
Logan, roll the fucking thing!
The internet is pretty wild. Depending on your browsing habits, you can either experience something super cool or go to prison. Crazy, right? Let's check it out together as a couple. Hey, look what I found.
Yes! That's awesome! What you got for us, stepdaddy?
Well, what's kind of funny is I wasn't anticipating this, but we were talking about fast food earlier, and now it actually plays into what I found on the internet.
Okay.
And I just found a couple of cool things. I'm sure some people have seen these. I've seen versions of them, but I just this one picture made me laugh. So right now it's on Amazon. It's like a French fry holder.
Okay.
So
under $12.
It's under $12.
It's $11.95.
It's a bargain. So
the reviews are fucking stellar.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a fantastic product.
Look at the 931 French fry enthusiasts.
They all found it helpful.
Found this great bestseller.
Yeah.
All right.
It's Amazon. What do they call it? Amazon bestseller or recommended or whatever.
Right.
So the whole idea of you're driving in a car and this is me. Like I was trying to hurry out to Coeur d'Alene so we could record this thing, and I was eating my burgers and dropping shit all over the place. Mm-hmm. And if I only had this French fry holder to put in my drink holder, you'd not spill everything. Mm-hmm. But I thought this was hilarious. I was like, oh, that's just a cool product. And I was looking through the pictures, and then I get to this alternate picture. And it's multi-purpose, and it allows you to actually clip it on your pocket of your pants. So it's not just like driving your car. It's like a gun holster, but for French fries.
Which is goddamn beautiful.
It is. I imagine there's so many situations where you're just like hands free French fries.
Right.
I like to talk with my hands.
Right.
Reach down and grab a French fry.
Right. I picture you're in like a pretty intense, important conversation, but you're so hungry.
Yeah.
So they're telling you about, I don't know, some serious family shit. Someone's really sick. And the whole time, like, you're just sneaking your little handbag.
Slowly, just reaching around, turning your head and like slowly
just a little bit. And you're like, that is so sad.
Oh, man, I feel horrible for that. Sorry for your loss.
Shove it in your mouth. But you need ketchup, so you got to do that.
Well, well, thankfully, I have that. The other product, it's a little sauce holder. It can stick right in your vent.
Oh, my God. You know what, Logan?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Homie bought me this for, was it Christmas?
Yeah, it was Christmas.
Oh, you have one of these?
2 years ago. I've got one of these at the office, and it's actually hooked onto an action figure's arm at this moment.
Do you use it?
I've used it one time.
Okay.
I don't eat a lot of food in the office. I usually go out to eat, but Logan knows how much I fucking love ketchup. So because he's a smart,
aren't
smart,
you a
nice
steak
person.
and ketchup guy? Or are you that guy?
What are you doing right now?
You want to?
I'll do steak and ketchup, but I will also do a nice filet mignon.
Logan, that was you. I think we were talking about that. Like
I am too. Okay. Why are you doing this now, though, babe?
Babe, you're gonna do this now, right now, at the end of the show. You're gonna do this now.
Listen, I'll do it. Fuck you. Like, if you are so upset about how I want to eat my meat that it ruins your day because I like how ketchup... it's not an insult to your steak, bruh. Like, I just want ketchup with my meat.
I didn't slave over this barbecue so you can throw ketchup on the goddamn steak!
Then don't invite me to your barbecue.
I didn't. You just wandered in.
Dictator.
You climbed the fence and came over. What am I going to do? Not offer you steak?
Dipping your meat in ketchup?
Just coming over and like, blah.
Jump over in safari gear?
Wow.
Hey, what you got there,
I'd
Bob?
like to have a go with that meat.
Another shrimp on the bobby. Take it, start dipping on your meat and ketchup?
Yeah.
No, but if you're someone who lectures other people for sticking sauces on their fucking meat, just grow up.
Is this a lecture?
You started it.
A TED Talk?
You brought us here.
I want to see a TED Talk about the guy talking about that.
About ketchup stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
About how awful it is.
And he'll get a standing ovation.
Why would you go to somewhere like an expensive steak and then just put ketchup on it?
Go to
$65 sirloin. Can I have ketchup?
Who cares?
I do.
Mind your business. God damn it. It's not because I'm masking your steak.
Now I can't even enjoy my food because of you're destroying your meal.
God damn. You need a little more mental fortitude.
You need some ketchup.
Oh, God
Fuck
damn
yeah,
it.
Logan.
Y'all can fuck off.
What?
Well, just because friggin' Logan's from Indiana, he doesn't know what fry sauce is.
Well, we learned that.
Are you picking ketchup over fry sauce?
When? On
Anytime.
steak?
No, fry sauce on a sirloin.
Just mix them together.
Yeah. I put ketchup in my fry sauce.
Well, that's how you make fry sauces with ketchup, so you don't need to mix them together.
Sometimes the fry sauce is too fry saucy.
Yeah, you like to dilute it a little bit.
Dilute
You
a little
put some
bit
ketchup in there. Yeah, gotta dial it back. You just gotta dial back your shitty fucking steak you cooked for your family.
No, I don't cook. That's the whole point. I go out to eat. I hate cooking. This is what we've been talking about the entire time. I don't make food. I have other people make it for me.
And then what?
I eat it. And I don't complain about it.
Okay.
And I don't put ketchup on it.
I'm not complaining about it.
That's like we went for sushi the other day, and you
ketchup
order
on
this
it.
big elaborate sushi roll, and then you waste it by putting soy sauce on it.
Oh my god.
Like a psychopath.
Okay, now you're outing yourself like a dipshit.
What's the point of why don't you just order a California roll if you're not going to go for all the flavor?
You are setting yourself up for an onslaught.
Bring it on.
Of bullshit.
Bring it on.
Every sushi place I go to has a dish for soy sauce.
I'm going to be like...
I'm not going to use it.
Yeah, I'm going to be like fucking Matrix guy with all the guys that look like him, jump on him, fighting him off.
Mr. Anderson.
Yeah, I'll be Mr. Anderson. You're going to be all the...
Soy sauce?
Yeah, all you fucking idiots out there.
Jesus Christ. Soy sauce and ketchup, ride or die. God damn. You're losing your...
Ketchup on a steak and soy sauce on French fries. How about that?
I have soy sauce on popcorn. That's a different
You made
story.
some popcorn the other night. It was delicious, by the way. That was so good. I'm still thinking about
Just
it.
the weirdest, like, it's just like, anyway, fuck you.
Yeah.
You make good popcorn.
3 o'clock in the morning, we had popcorn.
We didn't even kiss.
No, we didn't.
Okay, we got to move on because I want to read this email. Our first Hey Guys that we're doing on this show, and it is a fucking doozy. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, Logan, please. Thank you.
All right, let's hear what you guys think.
Really? You want to talk to me? Wow, that's cool.
You start being super nice to Logan because he's a ketchup and soy sauce guy.
Ketchup and soy sauce guy.
Ride or die, baby.
Oh,
man,
you guys could make love to each other and ketchup and
fucking tasty.
I bet there's some people who like that. Going back to the kinky thing.
Yeah, and I would give it a go.
Just rubbing soy sauce and ketchup all over their dicks.
That's how much I love it. Just to
can you imagine putting soy sauce in your dick and then
putting it somewhere,
like in a sandwich,
like in your own mouth? Oh, in a sandwich.
If you could reach would you do that? If you could bend back and blow yourself?
Probably. So, hey guys, our one and only message for today's show is coming in from stupid fucking idiot Mike. It's a perfect follow-up to episode 1 where Brian shares his Arctic Circle pants shitting saga. So anyway, Mike writes, so my story takes place about 5 years ago. And buckle up, this is fucking great.
Buckle up, saddle up, partner.
My wife and I had always wanted to go to a Renaissance festival, and this year we finally decided to make the 3 to 4 hour drive to go check out one that's going on in our state. My wife had just given birth to our son, and we were unsure about taking him, but couldn't find a babysitter. So we dressed up, loaded in the car, and made the drive. We got there, and it was an absolute downpour. We were bummed but we decided to stick it out because we had driven so far to check it out.
Gotta go with it.
Yep. After the rain subsided, we walked through the woods to a little village they had set up and started checking out the different shops and stage acts. After walking for a while, we realized that my son had pooped. And it was bad.
As they do.
Mm-hmm. A complete blowout diaper going all the way up his back.
Yep.
We started looking for an out-of-the-way place to change him, but quickly realized that the only bathroom facilities they had were those disgusting porta potties.
I know that game.
Man, so a stinky, dirty porta potty.
So gross.
Dude.
Like at a concert festival, like a festival or something.
When one really turns, when one is spoiled. And it's nothing good about it. Everything's wet.
Light it on fire.
Just push it over.
Yeah.
Push it out and then slide through the porta potties in. Because some of them, I don't know what happens in there. I'm not sure if someone's taking a bath.
Could you, it's so good being a guy in those situations. Like if you had to sit down
they do the
to
hover.
Go pee. Yeah, but still, like your clothes are touching.
For us, it's just smell. Like you're just breathing in 40 hours of shit. And I guess that's not that bad. So the porta potties suck. I suggested that we lay him down on the ground, but remember that it had just been a downpour, so the entire ground was basically just a giant mud pit. We kept walking, and finally we got to an area with less people, and I saw tucked away off to the side was an unused table. I didn't really want to change him on a random table, but realized at this point it was basically our only option.
As parents, you just do whatever the fuck you can.
I mean, kids covered in shit.
Yep.
Change it.
We've all been in weird places like that.
If you have kids. If not,
yes.
And then you have to have really drunk friends. And maybe you're kind of been in the same thing.
No.
What?
I've never had to shit on a table. Or I've never had to have my diaper changed on a table before. If that's what you're wondering. Is that what you're wondering?
We changed them on the table, wiped it off the best we could, and continued on our way. About 20 minutes later, we had looped back around.
I read that as pooped back around.
So we looped back around, and we saw 2 men carrying the table.
Oh, no.
I looked at my wife and asked, is that the same table we just changed him on? She nodded back to me. So we decided to see what they were doing with it. They carried the table through a big crowd of people and then sat it on the stage.
Oh, no.
We exchanged nervous glances at this point, wondering what the table was going to be used for. They asked for 4 volunteers from the crowd, and lots of eager hands shot up. The volunteers were brought to the stage, and their hands were tied behind their backs. 4 pies were brought out and placed in front of them on the table.
Oh, my God.
The announcer on the stage yelled, "Let the pie eating contest commence!" My wife and I stared in horror as 4 volunteers dove face first into their pies, even licking up scraps that had fallen down onto the table. Needless to say, we got out of there and still chuckle about it to this day whenever it's brought up. I said, well, that's my story. Sorry for the length. That's what she said. That's what he said. Feel free to cut out any parts you find necessary. I did not cut anything out. I hope you can make it used for the new show. Keep on keeping on, guys. And if you use this on the podcast, just refer to me as Mike, please.
Oh,
dude,
They're
watching
just lapping
that
it up.
horror, like there's I don't care how clean you think you've or how good of a sanitary job you've done cleaning a blowout fucking diaper. There's still going to be shit
unless
particles.
you bleached,
The
like
table.
scrubbed
Right.
and bleached it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it had like a spray tan. It had like the
Spray tan? Changing your spraying, you giving your kid a spray tan while
There's
he's...
no way that table is sanitary unless you have a spray tan.
It's just like, we're going to go change a diaper and spray. Like, how are we going to clean this mess up? I have an idea. Spray tan.
But first,
We'll spray tan.
he just like logs in and makes an appointment at local
Got to check in at the Renaissance spray tan facility.
It's all natural. It's like just ground corn and potatoes.
Yep. Just how they used to do it back in the days.
Fucking potato spray tan. Line
I
up.
say, old boy, not to put a spray tan. God, it smells like potatoes.
Manure. No, but I don't know how. I was gonna say like unless you sprayed the table, but there's no way. There's shit on that table, and you just had to sit back.
Why were they licking it up?
Because it falls out of the pan.
I get it.
No.
Are you gonna say, have I ever been to a Renaissance fair pie eating contest? No, I've never.
I just like how you just yelled at me.
Why did they do that, Joe?
I know. Like you asked me the setup. You said, "Why would they do that?" And I started explaining. You're like, "I know,
you idiot! Don't tell me my business."
Because the pie fall. I fucking know. Okay, Jesus.
It was rhetorical.
I'm sorry.
I know
sorry,
why,
Daddy.
but I was like, why the fuck still?
Because
Why?
they're trying to win a pie eating contest, Brian.
I mean, God.
But I love that little inside joke for you and your wife. Because I have some of those with Aaron where just like things will happen when you're out and about and you're like, it just reminds you of a moment and you're like, we will remember that forever.
Anytime you travel with kids or you do something. Well, when we were just in New York, we didn't take our kids. So we were doing everything was really easy. Our traveling.
You were making kids, am I fucking right?
Oof, I wish.
What? You want more kids?
No.
Oh.
No, I wish we were making.
Practicing.
Yeah, practicing to make the kids and then not,
the other, yeah.
Not actually doing it.
Gotcha. Anyway.
Jizzing on her back.
Okay. Too much.
Everything up until that point, and it's like, nope, no kids. Ah!
Right.
Oh, fuck, no kids. That's right.
Kids, no kids.
The idea of starting over with kids, but anyway, like when you've traveled with kids, with little kids especially, and then you go do something where you don't have kids, and you realize how fucking easy everything is, and then you see other parents going through it, and you're like, God, and you look at each other like, is that what we look like?
I know, and I've talked about this before kids, pre-kids, on an airplane with a crying kid. You're like, oh my God, fuck these parents.
You're like, now those poor parents.
And then after you have kids, you're like, oh my God.
I feel bad for those
fuck
parents.
that kid.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It just swaps. You relate on a different level.
Or you get like if you were the guy going, shut your fucking kid up. And then when you're on the plane, you hear somebody go, shut the fucking kid up. And then you're like mad at
ready
the guy.
To punch him.
Yeah.
Right.
You feel bad for the parents.
Say something. Do something.
Say something else. I'll open up this door and throw you out the wing.
Episode 4. We're all done.
We're done?
Yeah, we're
That's
wrapping it up. It's too much.
We got to get the fuck out of here.
We got to get out of here. This place sucks. Logan.
It smells like...
Yes,
Logan!
sir. Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you.
Thanks for doing our merch.
Acknowledge me!
Happy to.
Producing, directing, doing all the good stuff for Can You Don't podcast.
Making sure we're in focus.
Right.
Hopefully we're in focus.
We're not. The merch, you can find it at canyoudontpodcast.com. We'll be adding some new stuff soon. I believe we'll get some ringtones on there and shit like that that people have. In the intro, people find they like it. It's a banger.
Yeah,
it's a banger out the gate.
You wrote that, right?
No. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook. You can search for Can You Don't Podcast. And that's the same on YouTube. Thanks to everybody who has followed us on our socials. Of course, and on YouTube. It's growing so fast.
Growing fast.
By the time that we recorded this, the episode came out. It's already charting on the iTunes, on iTunes, on Apple. So that's fucking awesome, man. So thank you so much for supporting what we do. And if you want to send in content, petty beef, anything else, heyguys at canyoudontpodcast.com, and then be sure to rate and review us wherever you listen to podcasts, because that helps us out so much. That's what allows us to chart on the different platforms.
We had so many 5-star ratings before we even launched episode 1.
That's fucking love.
You idiots have been all over it. It's been great.
Love, baby.
Love it.
All right, let's wrap it up. Logan, play the thing. Thanks.
Good God. Wrap it up already, huh?
This is a dad joke.
Okay.
Sent in by dummy Will. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
I just learned that monsters don't like to eat ghosts. Yeah, I guess they taste like sheet.
Oh my God. Is that...
You get it?
I got it.
Because it's a sheet ghost?
It's like a sheet, like when you dress up in a
You have the
ghost or a
holes?
sheet.
It tastes like
No,
sheet.
that's not... You're thinking of a rally.
No. What?
A rally.
Is that a word?
Like a sheet with...
What?
Don't make me say it.
Say it.
Like a KKK rally.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I didn't want to say it.
I thought you were saying like an O'Reilly, like a
O'Reilly's.
O'Reilly's.
Auto parts.
I was like, what the fuck does a tire company have to do with this goddamn joke? Oh, jeez. All right. Let's say goodbye.
All right.
Episode 4. Deuces.
Bye-bye.
Bye.